Here we go. Oh my God, this is amazing.
I was not expecting that. I can't get it off me. Oh my God.
The red light is on, the cameras are rolling, and the world is watching. In live broadcasting, the script can be thrown out in an instant, leading to moments you simply won't believe happened. Get ready for the unpredictable and hilarious side of television. Here are 21 of the funniest moments ever captured live, completely unfiltered and unexpected. Screaming kid crashes serious report. It was meant to be a calm and serious news update. The Fox 5 DC reporter stood at a quiet intersection, speaking about student reactions to Afghan refugees. Then, the unexpected happened.
With open arms, but there's some mixed reaction from students just ahead.
Just as she wrapped her sentence, a kid burst into frame from the side, yelling at the top of his lungs. She turned her head fast, surprised by the noise, then calmly told him they were not live, which made the moment even funnier.
We're not live.
Boy George nearly falls off chair. During Good Morning Britain, while talking about The Voice UK, the host asked a simple question, but what followed was pure comedy gold. Boy George leaned to answer, but as he shifted, his balance did not agree. His tall hat stayed strong, but his chair nearly gave up.
This shit was off the chain.
Paloma burst into laughter. Will.i.am covered his mouth, and Ricky nearly lost it. Kate tried to keep cool, but gave in too.
Wow, that could have been disastrous for everyone.
That was so beautiful.
Then, Boy George looked at Paloma and blamed her for what happened.
Did you push me?
Bird bombs reporter mid-sentence. During a local news segment about a bird problem, things quickly got worse for the man doing the talking. He looked smart and confident, standing outside with trees behind him. He started strong, talking with a serious tone about birds being a problem in the area.
For over a decade, but recently they found that controversy has come.
But just as he tried to keep it professional, nature called, right on his head. A bird dropped a gift from above.
Canadian brown finches, which is a small bird.
Right in the middle of his line. At first, he laughed it off. He looked up, gave a wide grin, and made a joke about not seeing it coming. His timing was so good, it almost seemed planned. But things turned bad fast. The smile disappeared. His face changed like he just licked a lemon. One of the crew rushed in to help. The man was spitting, wiping his mouth, and clearly done with reporting for the day. Andy Cohen's selfie with Kim Kardashian's butt. On this hilarious moment from Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen and Kim Kardashian shared a funny selfie session. The moment kicked off with Andy asking Kim to teach him how to take the perfect selfie.
Stand up with me and teach me how to take the perfect selfie.
Perfect selfie.
Kim stands up, taking the lead in perfecting the selfie angle. But things take a funny turn when Andy asks to take a selfie of her backside.
I love
Now let me ask you a question. Will you allow me to take a selfie with your ass?
Kim laughs and agrees without hesitation. Andy kneels down to capture the perfect shot of Kim's famous curves. The audience laughs and cheers.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God, this is amazing. Okay, I like it.
This moment started with a calm, serious tone. The reporter from News 4 was standing outside, speaking about a school incident. He looked fully professional, holding the mic steady and staring at the camera.
Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death.
Then suddenly, something unexpected flew into his mouth, and his whole mood changed.
Wood's death. The fuck is that?
He quickly turned his head and started coughing and swearing. It was clear he swallowed a bug and was completely thrown off.
Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country-ass fucked up town.
Triple H turns talk show into wrestling ring. You might think a late-night thank you note bit is safe and chill, but this time, Jimmy Fallon learned that no one is safe when a WWE legend is in the building. Jimmy was just doing his usual thank you notes, joking about Triple H sounding like some strong medicine, all laughs. But then things changed fast.
Thank you, Triple H, for sounding less like a WWE superstar and more like an extra-strength hemorrhoid cream.
He stood there, just staring at Jimmy, not saying a word. Jimmy froze, totally shocked. Then out of nowhere, Triple H reached across the desk, grabbed him, and boom, lifted him right off the floor like he was weightless.
Time to play the game!
And then it happened. 1 second Jimmy was sitting. The next, his face was planted into his own desk. That thing exploded into pieces. Crowd went wild. Triple H did not even blink. And as if that was not enough, he just sat there, on the wreckage, feet up on Jimmy like it was just another day at the office. Dad snaps at Son Live on air. This one took place during a serious BBC News interview. A calm expert was answering a question when something happened that no one expected on live TV. Just as he began his answer, someone crashed into the frame. It was his son, walking into the shot like it was nothing. The man turned fast, furious and shocked.
What? Fuck off! I'm on live telly!
He kept shouting at him to leave the room. His arm waved wildly as he pushed the boy off screen with pure rage.
Live telly! Fuck off out of it! Stay out of my office! I want to fucking hell!
After the full outburst, he spun back around, red-faced and awkward.
Twat! Sorry.
Bird Bombs Live broadcast at Brittany Klein. She was dressed sharp, all set to deliver a serious news update. But then something hilarious happened right on live TV. A parrot suddenly flew in and landed on her shoulder. She froze for a second, eyes wide and mouth open. Trying to stay professional, she laughed and spoke through her surprise while gently trying to remove the bird. Then, she joked with her crew, asking them not to laugh, even though she herself could not stop giggling.
It's not funny, Burger. It's not funny.
Eventually, she gave up and accepted her new feathery co-host for the moment.
I was not expecting that. I can't get it off me. Oh my God.
Dog Rejects Treat on live news. This moment comes from a Toronto news broadcast where Storm the Weather Dog made his own headline. During a light segment, things took a weird and funny turn, and the anchors could not hold their laughter. While both anchors praised Storm for being a good boy, the dog had something else in mind.
Okay. Yeah, you've done some emotional support.
Storm suddenly drops a treat right on the anchor desk. The sound was clear, and so was the awkward silence.
Oh my goodness, that is disgusting. Okay.
Both anchors burst into loud laughter. One even leaned back, losing control for a moment. And just as they tried to recover, Storm stood up and walked toward the anchor, almost like asking for a second chance.
Storm contest.
Whoa, there you go. There you are, mister.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Kate McKinnon's wild couch moment. Kate McKinnon was just getting comfy on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon when things took a wild turn. She sat down and dropped a surprise that had everyone cracking up. As she was talking, Kate suddenly leaned forward, hands on her knees, and made a strained face.
That whole sitting fiasco.
No, it's like, you hang up. No, you hang up. Yeah, exactly.
She followed it up with even more energy, leaning forward like it took effort. Then she shifted again and added a second one without missing a beat. Finally, she raised one leg proudly, like finishing a grand finale. Anchor tries to speak, ends up barking. During a serious segment on live news, a respected female anchor faced one small pronunciation slip that turned into pure comedy. What started as a news update ended up sounding more like a dog show.
On such a horror.
She began her line with full focus, but a single word caught her off guard. Then came the moment. She tried again, but let out a sound almost like a bark. News Countdown goes hilariously wrong. BBC presenter Mariam Moshiri was all set for another smooth live news opening. She began counting with her fingers, one by one, calmly and with a slight smile. As the countdown neared 0, her hand gestures changed, and she looked more relaxed and playful. Then came the moment that made the internet lose it. Her hand moved again, and this time, her middle finger went straight up. For a second, it looked like she realized something was off. Her face quickly shifted from lighthearted to serious. Just a second later, she returned to full composure and started the news as if nothing had happened.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
Doja Cat meows like a real cat. At the 2023 Met Gala, Doja Cat came dressed not just to impress, but to fully become Karl Lagerfeld's cat, and she took the role very seriously. When Emma Chamberlain from Vogue tried to talk with her, things turned funny real quick. She opened the interview with her usual charm, asking Doja about the outfit.
Tell me all about this. Meow.
Emma looked confused, but still kept it professional and tried asking who made the dress.
I mean, so who made it? Meow.
Still curious, Emma asked a deeper question about the idea behind the look.
A little different. So, what was your inspiration for tonight? Be honest with me and go into detail.
Then Doja paused like she was really thinking and delivered a funny combo of 3 meows in a row.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Then, Emma leaned in for a light kiss on the cheek and ended the chat.
Wow.
I'll see you in there.
Chair goes down fast. This next one is pure gold. A live news segment turned into an unexpected comedy when one anchor faced a serious chair issue. The moment started off normal. The anchor was just talking about a prize giveaway.
The Beats pills.
Then his chair gave up. He leaned back hard, arms flying as he tried to catch himself.
Ooh. Whoa. And my seat just broke.
Trying to keep it professional, he looked at the camera and wrapped it up smoothly.
It's time to go on a diet, and it's time to go to a break. We'll be right back with this morning's news fix.
Then he stood up fast and walked off, still laughing. Rare plant drops and guest storms out on Live Good Morning Britain. Laura Tobin was reporting live from RHS Wisley, showing off rare plants with a cheerful smile. It was going smoothly until one plant met a tragic fate. Laura introduced Matt, the plant curator, who proudly shared a special flower named after her.
A very special plant I want to share with you this morning. This is a result of a 5-year breeding program. It's a type of anemone, Anemone nemorosa.
Then came the moment. As Matt handed it to Laura, it slipped from her hands and smashed on the ground.
Propagated for people's gardens.
Oh my goodness, so this is for me and people will be able to buy this plant?
They will, in a couple of years' time, once we have bred from this one.
That's amazing.
But take a closer look, because the undersides of these petals are absolutely...
She panicked, tried to save it, but Matt was already gone.
Oh, Matt, can we can save this, right? We can...
Back in the studio, the hosts laughed while Laura looked heartbroken.
Oh my God.
This is so awkward. Is it all right?
Look, think of my tulips.
Jennifer Lawrence falls up Oscar's stairs. During one of the biggest nights in Hollywood, Jennifer Lawrence had a moment no one expected. She had just won the award, but her walk to the stage stole the spotlight for a very different reason. As soon as her name was announced, Jennifer looked shocked and full of emotion.
Oscar goes to Jennifer Lawrence. Silver Linings Playbook.
While walking toward the stage, she suddenly tripped on her dress and fell on the stairs.
Nomination for Jennifer Lawrence. She was previously nominated in this category for Winter's Bone.
Everyone rushed to help her. She stood up, smiled, and continued with style. Sketch leads to laughs and arrest. In this hilarious live TV moment, a news anchor presents a police sketch that looks more like a child's doodle than a criminal portrait. The anchor introduces the suspect's sketch with complete seriousness, unaware of how comical the drawing really is.
We do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
The anchor, with a straight face, tries to describe the sketch with a professional tone, pointing at the features while holding back laughter. As the anchor points at the face, his expressions reveal how bizarre the sketch really is.
Oh, and now I'm getting word that police actually caught this guy. Thanks to the sketch, no doubt.
Then, the moment gets even funnier. Actual suspect appears next to the ridiculous sketch.
So, here's a picture of the real guy next to the sketch that led to his arrest.
Lisa, the co-anchor, asks with a grin, "Where's the pointy chin?" confirming the hilarious discrepancy.
That led to his arrest.
Where's the pointy chin?
It's uncanny, Lisa.
The mood shifts, and the anchors share the funny moment, proving the sketch may have been comically inaccurate, but ultimately successful.
Is being held in the Lancaster jail. And I say give that sketch artist a raise.
Even Lisa can't stop laughing as she remarks how bizarre the sketch really is.
This wouldn't be so funny, except it's a real sketch.
It ends with both anchors smiling, amused by the absurdity of the moment and their chemistry.
Okay.
Minus the hat.
Truck sinks behind reporter live. It was supposed to be a serious story about wildlife and taxpayer money, but one truck had other plans that day behind the reporter.
That it's a waste of taxpayer money and it'll destroy thousands of acres of wildlife.
Suddenly, his focus shifts completely. His eyes dart to the side, and he freezes, clearly shocked by something happening behind him. He quickly glances back at the camera, but it is obvious his mind is now with the rolling truck, not the news. The camera pulls out, and now we all see it. A white truck is slowly rolling down the ramp into the lake. The back wheels are still out, but the front end dives straight under the water, fast and loud. Within seconds, the truck is almost gone. The rear lifts, and the whole thing goes underwater. Wrong guy gets live interviewed. This is one of the best mix-ups ever caught on TV. A man came for a simple job interview at BBC, but instead found himself on live television, answering questions like an expert. He sat quietly in the studio, waiting to be called for his interview. Suddenly, a presenter welcomed him live on air as a tech expert. His face froze in pure shock.
So what does this all mean for the industry and the growth of music online? Well, Guy...
He looked around, eyes wide, but stayed calm. Then, in a soft voice, he said good morning, clearly confused but polite.
Technology website News Wireless. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
When she asked about the verdict, he hesitated, then answered as best he could. His voice showed he was trying hard to keep up.
Surprised by this verdict today?
I'm very surprised to see this verdict to come on me.
He then explained that he came for something else. Still unsure what was happening, he smiled and kept talking.
When I came, they told me something else, and I'm coming. You got an interview there, so it's a big surprise anyway.
A big surprise.
Exactly.
And believe it or not, he kept answering. With hand gestures and serious tone, he sounded like he truly belonged there.
More people will be downloading online.
Actually, if you can go everywhere, you're gonna see a lot of people downloading to the internet.
Kids Crash Serious BBC interview. During a live BBC News interview, Professor Robert Kelly tried to explain a global issue, but his kids had a very different plan. What started as a serious talk quickly turned into one of the funniest TV moments.
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in.
As the anchor asks his question, one child suddenly walks into the background. The professor notices, tries to stay calm, but you can see a bit of panic on his face.
Pardon me.
That's all right, carry on. Just as he tries to continue, another baby in a walker rolls in, and now it is full chaos.
In the region, do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do.
Their mom rushes in, dragging the kids out while crawling and closing the door. The professor sits still, smiling slightly, clearly hoping it is all over.
Sorry. South Korea's
bike stunt gone wild on Ellen. Jim Carrey made quite the entrance that day on Ellen. He came in riding a tiny bike in a full black suit, already looking like trouble was coming.
All right, then.
He looked focused but a little wobbly as he leaned forward and tried a tricky move near the stage steps. The front wheel twisted and everything went sideways real quick. The whole crowd let out a big laugh while Jim stayed on the ground, waving his hand like he meant to do it. Ellen could not hold back her laughter. Still lying there, Jim raised his voice with mock frustration.
It's part of the trick! It's part of the trick!
He laid back for a second, soaking in the laughter, then scrambled to his feet and threw in another joke about cutting that scene.
Okay, we'll cut that part out, right?
It just goes to show, anything can happen when the camera's rolling. If you enjoyed these moments, subscribe for more viral video fun. Share your thoughts in the comments and tell me what video you want to see next.